4 days of very hard work, we finally put a studio together, and this is how it looks. These are the guitars hanging on the wall. So drum kit set up. It's ready to go. This is the Mac, and this is what is going to record all the music. Eventually we'll get Logic on it, so we can now multi-track record from the room. And over here is the live streaming studio, so we can stream live on YouTube and Facebook from the bus. See what's going on up there. And this is the process how we did it all. So we've been keeping very quiet for a bit because something's been happening on this bus, which you now know, and this is the start of it. First visit. It's absolute chaos in here, and I'll show you for why. Now we've done all that, let's have a look. Oh, much better. I think we're safe. So, it's an absolute tip in here. Dust everywhere, bits of wood and all sorts. But we have the wall going up, which is going to be felted. We have an HDMI cable there, so we can have a screen which will show live streams and also cords for people in this room if they need them. We've got a cupboard being built here. We have a blind, and that's for both security and also to keep the sun out on a very hot day. Up here the skylight's been boarded off temporarily, but it's going to be a bit more permanent soon. That will be removable so we can inspect it and get daylight here if we need it. Wiring's going in for the sockets. Another one hidden behind there as well, so that'll be completed very soon. A little addition. Here's our changeover switch. We had two inputs. We had the onboard generator, which was taken out and sold ages ago, and also shore power, mains hookup, just your standard 16 amp. With the generator, I've rerouted that. And now we have a 16 amp inlet here, which means I can plug in a battery pack which powers the bus, and it's a silent power pack as well, so we can use that without having to use a noisy generator outside, and it will happily power the whole bus for about 3 or 4 hours. And that can also accept a solar input, so it can charge up when we have solar panels fitted. The other thing that was The other thing that was bugging me was a water leak coming off that pipe there, which turned out to be a cracked pipe. Here we had a accumulator, which basically was an air tank prime system. I've just bypassed that completely and gone straight to the tap, and it holds the pressure well. It just means that the pump doesn't run as long. It just comes on as of when we need it. We can live with that. So that's much better. No water anywhere, no floods. Chicka-chicka. Just underneath here, outside, is where the battery is, and every time we lock the bus up or come here we have to isolate the battery and turn it back on again. So what I've done under this seat is put an isolator switch. So instead of us faffing around outside, if it's chucking it down with rain, you just simply turn the power on and off like that from the comfort of being indoors. So as I said, it's very busy in here at the moment. Lots of stuff just dumped around, which will be cleared up soon. We've got a world of black carpet from my old employer who I used to work for. Some underfelt as well. MDF sheets, which have been used for all the boarding, which needs to go down there as well. Need to make a cupboard door here as well. So this can be a little storage cupboard for various bits. We'll call it the miscellaneous cupboard. So that's the end of day one. The next visit, let's see what happens. Right, day number 2 on the bus. Turn on the electrics. Voila. Get us some mains power. There we go. Let's get cracking. Already you can notice an acoustic difference because this carpet's now on the wall and we have a nice soft surface, so there's very little echo in here. You might just be able to see that, some bass traps which have gone in, and up here as well the skylight's been boarded and felted, so that stops this place from becoming a furnace when the sun's beating down. Already there's a huge difference in acoustics, as I just said. So on we press. Next job, get the sockets on. Sockets are going on, and just whilst I was doing that, the bus died. So currently we're running on battery power. I'll go down here to this EcoFlow. No battery left. So that's 4 hours. That's managed to power the whole bus, which is good. But now it's time to crack out the generator. Day number 3 of the bus works, and today is a major bus work day. So that means we're going to be working pretty damn hard to get things completed. We've got tools galore at the moment. Bus is alive with power. One of the cameras working so far. Got some music going, which I can't play at the moment because YouTube will ban the video for license rights. And we got all this wood prepped, ready to cut, and all this felt ready to stick to go up there. And a TV which will go on the wall, which will be exciting. I get sadly excited when I have small things like this because they make a huge difference in the bus, like this. There we are. Such a small piece of hardware, but what a difference. I found these LEDs lying around, which were on the bus previously, so they can be hidden up there, and they'll just provide a little bit of extra light for the interior. It's a nice bit of ambient light as well. That's the room hoovered, ready for carpeting. It's the exciting part. It's about halfway through day 3 now, and we've got LED lights in, we've got the TV up nice and secure because that's going to be wobbling all over the show. We've also got felting done up there with all the cables hidden, so now it's time to start laying the carpet. Right, carpet's all fitted, trimmed to that point. Still needs trimming over that side, but we're now starting to have a room taking shape now. So this is the studio really coming along. We have our miscellaneous cupboard here. So we have the 4G router that gives me internet. A couple of shelves, and in there will just be the bus hoover when we get one, and other various bits like mic stands and maybe instruments. Little things like guitar hooks are now coming up onto the wall where people can hang their guitars. The room in here is quite incredible. It's a lot of space. You could fit a whole band in here, just about. Day 4 on the bus. It's a little bit colder today, but get the final bits done and make it look good. Starting off in this room today, we have the TV all working. That's just through some HDMI media player, which is good. We've got these bits here which are going to be going up there to hide those lights and just give it a bit more of a nice feel. And then we've also got these carpet strips which need to be cut down, which will go over that floor piece and over the toilet. So by the end of today, hopefully we'll have a nice organised clean bus. Day 4 is flying by and lots have been done, and at the moment I've got all these foam tiles on the floor. I'm just currently building the foam wall there, which can eventually be our vocal booth. We've got the acoustic panels on this wall, which are pretty much for decoration but also for acoustics. But the room is pretty much almost there. We just need to have a good clean up. But for now, I've been working hard, so I'm going to pop to the Gatwick farm shop, grab myself a coffee and an ice cream. Coffee in hand, ice cream as well. Little break and on we crack. That's it, end of day 4, and very briefly, this is what's been done on the bus. Everything labelled up on the 12-volt panel, diesel heater fuel gauge, and all the switches there, and also the changeover switch on where the power is. And then on the fuse board, everything's been labelled up so we know exactly where it's going. We have a socket there in the kitchenette area, so we can have a kettle if we're on decent mains power somewhere. Everything's labelled up in the electrical cupboard so we can tell changeover relay, water pump relay and everything on there. Everyone knows exactly what's going on in here, somewhat. We have the main socket under here now, so the 12-volt battery is always on charge without a cable having to go from another socket somewhere. The studio room is all hoovered and tidied and everything is looking pretty good on this side. Studio's got some foam padding up, TV works, more foam padding there, we've got something for the cables, got foam padding on here as well. We've also got foam padding on the door to try and minimise any noise going through that way. We have foam padding in this corner which is eventually going to be our vocal booth. That fan needs to go though because we don't want outside noise bleeding into the vocal booth. Guitar hooks are all on the wall so we can have guitars hanging up without them being on the floor and getting broken. And that's pretty much it in a nutshell. It's been a busy 4 days and it's all paid off. Now the room can be put into good use whilst the bus carries on its renovation. So plenty more videos to come. Back to the present time.